Now making bread. This one's an interesting one. This one involves Tinky Winky coming inside the house, but then he comes outside to bring the other Teletubbies inside. This one has the Right Path 2 opening shot with the windmill on screen, as the zoomed out window windmill clip, which shows up a lot in this season. Dipsy is chosen for a TV event. These two kids are making bread, of course. The bread actually kind of looks delicious. Sort of. I don't know. I kind of want to try it. But yeah. And then this one has the first appearance of a new dance called the stretching dance. In this episode, they do an extended version of the dance. This is actually quite a long dance, apparently. But yeah, this one, they do the dance, they do, 3 different dances, and they, put them together in, one whole dance. This is the longest dance ever. There's a shortened version of the dance where only the third part of the dance is done, and that is actually quite short. This one has a rare version of the extended opening music playing during the Field 2 opening shot. And at first, when the Teletubbies hear the windmill spinning, the regular whooshing sound is heard, but then the magical event tune plays, and they go watch the 3 ships. And once again, the baby son giggles instead of the windmill stopping. This was the first episode directed by Nikki Hinckley. Wow, that's a weird name. Lala's the missing Teletubby and Poe's the Boo Shouter. So yeah, next up is Ice Lollies, or Ice Lollipops, if you like to say it like that. The first scene has Lala trying to make tubby custard, but she doesn't have any time. She sees a zoomed out window windmill clip, and they go watch a TV event. This one is the very last episode to use the original audio of Poe getting chosen for a TV event, and her saying again is kind of off sync the second time when it plays again. Yeah, these kids are making ice lollipops or popsicles, you could say. Yeah, you pour juice into a cup and put a stick in there and then put them in the freezer and then they become popsicles. I used to do that a lot when I was little. I think they did a Blue's Clues episode where something like that happened. So yeah. And then, the next scene is actually an interesting scene. The Teletubbies are trying to do everything all at once instead of one at a time. So yeah, they're trying to sniff the flowers all at the same time, go on the slide and through the door. So yeah, the voice trumpet's rising is delayed again. Lala's the missing Teletubby and Tinky Winky's the Boo Shouter. Orange picking. This one has an opening scene where Dipsy comes outside the house, but then he brings the others outside. And then Lala's chosen for a TV event. I heard the TV event was filmed in California. This kid and his grandfather are picking some oranges to eat and make orange juice. It's pretty cool. But then this next scene is Lala's ball gets stuck on the slide, apparently. And they can't get it down, so the Nunu tidies it up to get it down. It's a pretty weird scene. But yeah, why am I suddenly feeling so tired? I actually threw up the other day. It's true. I got really sick, but I'm feeling slightly better now. Tinky Winky is the missing Teletubby and Poe's the Boo Shouter. Double bass. This one has the voice trumpet, Lala listened to a voice trumpet playing a bass solo. And yeah, the audio is taken from the TV event, apparently. Poe is chosen for a TV event, and these kids are listening to this guy playing on this bass violin, I think that's what they call it, I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then after that, they do the Calypso Dance. It's the shortened version, of course. Something weird about this, the Calypso Dance showing up in the middle. I mean, it's not that bad, but at least it's not showing up at the beginning. And then, the scene where this, Dipsy's tempting to pull a certain lever, or lever, as they say. But yeah, it, when he pulls it, it makes, a bunch of loud noises, which makes everyone freak out. It's pretty weird. And then, the windmill starts spinning normally with the zoomed-out windmill clip. And they say, and run off, and then the windmill stops spinning. In the Sunday special version, before that happens, they go watch the animal parade. I think it has the elephant's trumpet, I'm not sure. Oh my god, I'm feeling so tired. Dipsy's the missing Teletubby and Lala's the boo shouter. Number 7. This one has a scene where 7 clouds appear. Yeah, kind of like when those 8 clouds appeared. Dipsy's chosen for a TV event. The audio of him getting chosen is a bit off sync. But yeah. And then like a scene where a voice trumpet rises up and counts to 7. Like the first half of this scene is actually a scene that was filmed for a later episode, basically. Like the Teletubbies come to the house and they sit down, and then they hear the windmill spinning, and they say, run off to watch a TV event. But here, instead of the windmill spinning, they hear the voice trumpet rising. So yeah. And then, they do the Roundabout Dance. It's practically the same version from tennis. The drum roll at the beginning is actually slightly longer, and the Sun Baby clip and sound is different at the end. So yeah. And the voice trumpet rising is delayed. This was the last Numbers episode ever made, at least for the UK series. Actually, there was a sort of series kind of thing that had its own Numbers episodes, but we'll talk about that some other time. Lala's the missing Teletubby and Tinky Winky's the boo shouter. Next up is Sparkly Spider. Oh dear. This one has the Teletubbies walking in a line during the opening scene. It has the Right Path 2 opening shot without the windmill spinning in the background. And then Poe's chosen for a TV event. This is the very last appearance of the funny lady character. And this one's involving a sparkly spider. Yes, not a naughty spider, because that would sound a bit too weird. But yeah, hold on. Apparently, Funny Lady is trying to do some knitting, but the spider keeps landing on her head. Yeah, this is the very last episode of Funny Lady. Good, because she was annoying, in my opinion. But yeah. And then they do a new dance. This is actually the first of only 3 UK TV episodes to have this dance. It's called the Dizzy Dance. The Teletubbies are spinning around a field in Teletubby Land. It's kind of a weird dance, in my opinion. But then they go watch the Magic Tree. And yes, this is the 3rd Funny Lady episode to have the Magic Tree. And unlike the other 2 episodes that had it, this one actually has the windmill stopping. I'm not kidding. And the voice trumpet's rising is delayed as well. Tinky Winky's the missing Teletubby and Lala's the boo shouter. Now, Cat's Night Out. This one has the Teletubbies walking down the path. And then the TV event, Tinky Winky's chosen for a TV event. Yeah, this kid is talking about his pet cat who goes out at night and stuff. And yeah. And the next scene has, the Right Path 2 opening shot with the windmill on screen. So, yeah. Apparently. Yeah, Poe wakes up and she sees the other Teletubbies and they run outside to give each other a big hug. And then the windmill starts spinning with the first part of the magical event tune. The windmill is, nowhere to be seen in the background when, the Teletubbies see it spinning. And then, after that, they run off and then the regular whooshing sound is heard. And the animal parade starts without the elephant's trumpet again. So yeah, and then after that they do the extended version of the walking dance. Yes, that's the second time they do the walking dance extended version after the animal parade. Except did the other episode, which was Level Crossing, had the elephant's trumpet? I forget. In this episode, they had a different... Starting with this episode, they had a different audio of the Teletubbies giggling during the dance. I don't know why they did that, but, yeah, apparently. Then the voice trumpet's rising is delayed, and Dipsy's the missing Teletubby and Poe's the boo shouter. Now, Chicks. This one's interesting. The Teletubbies walk around the hills, and then Lala's chosen for a TV event. This is the last appearance of Matthew, James, Mark, and Angus. They're looking at some baby chicks. That's pretty cool. And the scene where Dipsy's looking out the window, seeing all the other Teletubbies on a walk and stuff. I remember, before this episode got uploaded, the Teletubbies wiki said this had the dancing bear dancing twice, which I really wanted to see this because of that, but Apparently someone uploaded in a different language, and I realized it did not have that. So yeah. Pose the Missing Teletubby and Dipsy's the Boo Shouter. Body to Body. This one's a weird episode. The opening scene has the Teletubbies bumping into each other as a zoomed-in window windmill clip. Pose chosen for a TV event. Like, these kids are playing this game body to body, like elbow to elbow or wrist to wrist. I'm not kidding. This is weird. Nose to nose. This is a weird thing. I don't know. And then the Teletubbies do this game where they're, like, falling down and stuff. And this is the very first appearance of the alternate version of the Field 4 opening shot, where it's a different version where the camera is closer to the front door of the house and the windmill is not seen in the background. And then after that, they do the dancing bear, which dances once, and then the windmill stops spinning. In the Sunday special version, I'm not sure what happens. I hear instead of that, they do the falling down dance. But I also heard, actually, it still has the windmill stopping, but after the dance, yes, it has that rare windmill close-up. And then, like, after that, it cuts to the windmill stopping. If I ever saw that on TV in real life, I would have peed myself. Because that just seems so odd. I don't know, did that actually happen? It might have, but I know someone made, like, a fake Teletubbies episode where that happened. But yeah, the voice trumpet's rising is delayed once again. And Pose the Missing Teletubby and Dipsy's the Boo Shouter once again. Camping, oh dear. This one has a segment I'm very familiar with because I have a VHS tape with this scene. It's where Door appears, and I'm surprised how long the scene is. But yeah, the Teletubbies keep knocking on the door, they go through the door. FYI, the door doesn't take you anywhere, it just takes you to the other side of the door. It's not like Stella's, teleporting door from, like, Barney. I can't believe I said that wrong. But yeah, the door disappears, and then the windmill starts spinning all of a sudden. In the Italian version of this episode, I think it was Italian, at the end, right as it showed the windmill spinning, you can hear the baby son giggling. That's probably because the audio, for the dubbing of that episode was most likely taken from one of the home videos, because on the home video Big Hug, when the scene was shown, it showed the baby son giggling instead of the windmill spinning. Dipsy's chosen for a TV event, these kids are going camping, obviously. And then the episode just ends after the TV event. Once again, this is actually the very last time that happens. In the Sunday special version instead, the next episode begins, which is Peacocks. Tinky Winky's the Missing Teletubby, and Lala's the Boo Shouter. Now we're on to Season 8, apparently. Now, colors black. So, opening scene has a black cloud and a white cloud appearing, and they merge together and they make a black and white cloud. I just love how, I find it weird Dipsy doesn't show up in the scene. Shouldn't he be able to see it, since it looks just like his hat. Yeah, Tinky Winky sees it, he's like, all gone, when it disappears. And, the windmill starts spinning, but he doesn't even notice, he just walks away, without even noticing the windmill spinning or even saying, uh-oh. I'm not kidding. Lala's chosen for TV events, and they learn about the color black, of course. And then, the next scene, Dipsy's trying to do a special dance, but the new tidies up his hat. I feel like this scene should have been at the beginning of the episode, I don't know. But yeah. And then it shows the zoomed out windmill clip, and he says, uh-oh, and puts his hat away and runs off, and then the windmill stops spinning. Before that happens, in the Sunday special version, they go watch the 3 ships. Dipsy's the Missing Teletubby, of course, and Poe is the Boo Shouter. I don't really know what Poe and Lala really have to do with the color black. But yeah. And that's it for this part. See you in the next part.